Hi, welcome to the Songwriters Drop-In. I'm sorry it's been a little while since I've uploaded anything. I've been really busy doing lots of other things, but nevertheless, I'm here now, and I wanted to just have a look at certain songwriters and how they craft songs, how they put things together. And I thought today we would have a look at a real classic songwriter, John Prine. John Prine is legendary and is one of the greatest Americana country writers that we've seen. No longer with us, of course, but I wanted to just look at a couple of songs of his and just yeah, just see where he draws his inspiration from. Sorry, it's very early in the morning, and I just decided to do this spontaneously as usual. And but the first song I want to look at and is called "Hello in There," and "Hello in There" was written while John Prine himself was a postman, and he would deliver letters to a lot of the older community and people uh, that would see very few people in the day and were kind of marginalized or isolated in a sense, and he wrote this song from his own experience, of seeing these people, that he might be the only person that they saw in the day. So it gives you some idea about where this song came from, and the fact that he drew completely from his own experience in order to write this. So here are the lyrics anyway. I'll go through them just kind of a little bit at a time, and try and speak because I've just had one half of a cup of tea, well, one cup of tea, and I've just kind of run out. But so it starts off. We had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta liked living there. Well, it's been years since the kids had grown, a life of their own, left us alone. So immediately you have this scenario of kids growing up, they've left, and it's universally identifiable because it happens to millions of families, including my own, where people, family members, we all grew up together. You grow up, you find you have to travel to work somewhere else, or study somewhere else, as the case may be, and he's portrayed that really, really well, So already off the bat, you get a very good idea of where this song's going, and then he uses a lot of detail here, and so the next lyrics are: John and Linda live in Omaha, and Joe is somewhere on the road. So that Joe is somewhere on the road, that you lose contact and you forget to it, without any fault of the person, you just forget to stay in contact. It's just the way that life goes, and this is just inevitable, and it's nobody's fault. It just happens. You can completely identify with it. I would say that any person in any culture, or most cultures, can identify with this song because of its universal content. So he brings it home, but it's universal as well at the same time. So I love that, and then the next line is: we lost Davy in the Korean War. I still don't know what for. Don't matter anymore. So it's almost like, he went off to war, and this is what happens, and so much time has passed. So he sets up this timeline of just events, excuse me. So And then he goes into the next part, which is, old trees just grow stronger, and and old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. So it's just he narrows it right down, and he's actually changed from a scenario of the story to saying, don't forget about your loved ones, don't forget about the people that are around you, and don't forget about the stranger. Don't let people become strangers, and become marginalized. It's fantastic. It's really fantastic. Next verse, me and Loretta, we don't talk much more. She sits and stares through the back screen door. You know, his way of, wow, I tell you, it just blows me away. His way of capturing imagery in a song is just like, drawing a tear, second to none. It's real second to none. Um, so, old trees just, sorry, me and Loretta, we don't talk much more. She sits and stares through the back door screen. And all the news just repeats itself like some forgotten dream that we've both seen. Yeah, it's just so, you know, it's almost like he captures this thing of of just this repetitive routine, and this kind of, it's almost like he captures this it's almost like a non-existence, the news going round, the same news, just nothing changes, nothing. It just his way of doing that is, if you can do that in a song, if you can make, what I would say is, if you can make things cinematic. Whereas what I mean by that is, but by the words that you write, that you can produce a real picture, and not only a picture, but a feeling in someone's head, you know, a feeling in someone's heart that that really brings that home, that they can actually sit there and visually picture it in their mind, and John Prine's a master of that. Um, the other one I want to look at, I'm not going to go through the whole song, but you get the idea of this kind of like marginalization, this isolation, you know. Um, Maybe I will just read a little bit more, just to. Um, Someday, so the next part is, someday I'll go and call up Rudy. We work together at the factory. What could I say if he asks what's new? Nothing. What's with you? Nothing much to do. So again, he's taking that idea from this kind of, you know, it's just a routine life, in many ways for many people, and real life for many people has very little glitter and glam. I'm sorry to say, but it's very true, and his way of identifying with the common person is fantastic, um, so yeah. And then he sings the old, old trees and rivers just grow stronger. And then he concludes this by saying, so if you're walking down the street sometime and spot some hollow ancient eyes, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there, hello. So the message is there, as well as, just remember, you know sometimes a kind word or two, or or more is needed, and yeah, what a great writer and what a great heart, you know. So I'm just going to delve into Angel from Montgomery. This is another really great classic of his, and I won't go through the whole of the song, but because I want to keep these videos quite short. We're already 10 minutes. Um, so Angel from Montgomery is a woman that, from what I can gather from it, from listening to this, is a woman that is in a marriage that she no longer wants to be in, and she is um, um, harking back to better days, and uh, when things were different, and she's missing that, and she would like to have some of that sparkle back. So again, John Prine, you know, he's got a great way of like bringing real things to home, back home, really quickly, you know. Um, so the lyrics are, I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. So it's, she might not necessarily be really old, but in her mind she feels old, and my old man has grown old as well. That sets up this thing of just this, yeah, that life has really set in, and things of, you know, the troubles of life have really become the sort of forefront of this song, you know, in many ways. Um, if dreams were, the next verse is, if dreams were thunder and lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. So it's just, it's kind of got some, the thing is with John Prine as well, he's actually got humor in his writing. So um, so yeah, that's really good. And the chorus is, make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Now, I don't know about a lot of places in America being English, but I'm thinking that his attention to detail, you know, like Montgomery, I'll have to look that up and find out what he is referring to, because I decided to do this video spontaneously because I haven't had anything out for a while. Um, but make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. It's just the imagery as well. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery, that just comes in and saves you, you know. And make me a poster of an old rodeo. Something like rodeo is like excitement, something, you know, maybe something of her youth, maybe, you know, you can, it doesn't really matter specifically what it means, but it's just the imagery that it pulls up. It might mean something different to somebody else, which is what songwriting's about, you know, as well. Um, so make me an angel that flies from Montgomery, make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. So it just brings it back to, she's reminiscing and going into the past, and wanting that past again to be her future, and then to believe in this living in the present moment right now is just a hard way to go, you know. So she's kind of very distant and away, and because of it, you know, because of the situation she's in, it just brings like a lot of pain. It brings out a lot of pain. So again, it's another subject that can be, it's completely identifiable with many people. And yeah, and then she goes back into the past even more. When I was a young girl, this is the next verse. When I was a young girl, well, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, those years just flow by like a broken down dam. So again, it's pretty much along the same lines, but his imagery and the use of um, you know, like a broken down dam. It's like, it's so descriptive, you know, and it's like a dam with something so powerful it held, you know, and it's for that to be broken down is like, it's like almost like a flood of emotions, you know, if you like a broken down dam, you know. I love that. Yeah. So metaphor. He uses metaphor in this song as well, and so yeah, that's. And then I'm gonna skip the chorus again, because we've already had that, and then it comes back to right to the present. So the other verses are kind of, she's reminiscing and wanting those things of the past to come back again, but now this next verse is in the present, and there's flies in the kitchen, and I can hear them buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. This is like the reality of where she is now, and it brings it back completely to the way she's feeling. The way he captures that is just stunning, you know. And the next verse is, how the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening and have nothing to say? That just draws the song to that conclusion of like serious boredom, serious uh, just routine, detachment, um, as just, you know, it's been brought into the forefront completely now, and you get the whole picture from the, so you can go through the song wondering what it's about, and he gets to a certain point or certain points in the song where he kind of he narrows it a little bit more in order for you to know what's going on, and by the end of it you completely know where you're at with it, you know. So there's two songs of John Prine. This has been another brief video, I know, with 17 minutes. I want to leave it there, and next time I'll probably do something just a little different, or I might have a look at one of my own songs or something, you know, because I've been writing a good bit recently, and share some of those ideas. So have a nice day. Any comments, leave them below, and I shall do my best to answer them. So have a nice day, and happy writing. See you all again soon. Cheers. Bye bye now.